As the launch of the Pixel 9 series approaches, you're probably weighing up whether to upgrade your phone or wait for these new models, and here's why we think you probably should hold off making a purchase, at least for a few more weeks. We really don't have much longer to wait for the Pixel 9 series because Made by Google is coming super early in August this year, and the device lineup is expected to bring several key advancements, continuing Google's trend of AI integration and user-friendly design. For the first time, the lineup will also include 4 devices: the regular Pixel 9, the Pixel 9 Pro, a slightly smaller version, and the Pixel 9 Pro XL, and then on top of that, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Terrible name, we're going to call it the Pixel Fold 2. Let's start with the slab or candy bar style devices though, as the foldable is in a slightly different category, and most importantly, a vastly higher price bracket. To simplify, there is the small Pixel 9. This is expected to come with a 6.1 inch display like the Pixel 8. The Pixel 9 Pro will have a 6.5 inch screen, while the Pixel 9 Pro XL will have a 6.7 or even a 6.8 inch screen based upon these early leaks. We know that the design is going to be remixed for 2024 once again. Google is opting to go for boxier designs that, I must admit, frankly give off iPhone vibes. The camera bar is also being reduced to a pill shape protruding section at the rear of all of the Pixel 9 series handsets. It doesn't go from edge to edge like it did on the previous generation. The key differentiator between these devices though is the finishes. So the baby Pixel 9 comes with a glossy finish with matte side rails, something I really like at first glance. It will be available in Obsidian, Porcelain, Cosmo and Mojito, or black, white, blue and pink. The rear of the Pixel 9 Pro and the 9 Pro XL will have matte finishes, but glossy side rails will also be used. This duo will be available in Obsidian, Porcelain, Hazel and Rose, or black, white, greenish and pink. The Tensor G4 processor will be central to these devices, promising enhanced performance, better artificial intelligence capabilities, and improved energy efficiency. That's probably the one that we really do hope for the most. To Google's credit, each revision of the Tensor processor has brought about lots of improvements. That said, there hasn't been a quantum leap from Generation 1 to Generation 3. This year looks to be no different and could be a bit of a fallow year for the processor before we get a more significant potential uplift once TSMC fabricates the Tensor G5 processor in 2025, so you might want to hold out if you are wanting that quantum leap in performance. We don't know all of the device specifications yet, but core details have leaked, at least for the Pixel 9 Pro XL, which looks really promising. Firstly, there is confirmation that the Exynos 5400 modem will replace the Exynos 5300 modem that the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 8 series currently utilize for wireless connectivity, and most importantly, it will enable satellite connectivity. One of the most other important considerations here is how efficient this modem will be. Maintaining reliable connections on previous Pixels has been a real big point of concern and a problem area for some people, so hopefully it is addressed with the Exynos 5400. We're expecting it to be used across all of these phones across the board. It'll also come with 16GB of RAM. That's the Pro XL version, which is the most memory ever used on a Pixel to date. That could be paired with 256GB of storage as standard or as the base model, significantly increasing over that 128GB base storage found on Pixel phones today. But it is worth noting we don't know yet what the base or the baby Pixel 9 and the baby Pixel 9 Pro, maybe not a baby, but a slightly smaller version, will come with in terms of storage. Battery and charging tech is also where we could finally see some improvements this year. They've been lagging behind the competition, but we've been waiting for faster wired charging, and while it's not confirmed that the Pixel 9 is going to support 45 watts across the board, regulatory leaks of a power brick touting that 45 watt speed and the device in question do hint that it will be available for the first time. Another regulatory leak though has all but confirmed the battery sizes and the real world charging speeds. Notably, the Pixel 9 Pro features a 4780 mAh battery with 25.2 watt charging, while the Pixel 9 Pro XL has 4942 mAh internal cell with 32.67 watt charging. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold has a dual battery setup totaling at 4560 mAh and 20.25 watt charging. So despite that 45 watt power brick existing, these regulatory listings suggest slower real world charging on a Pixel phone once again in 2024. Camera improvements are also coming, but they are not going to be major upgrades or overhauls once again. In that regard, it might not be worth waiting for the Pixel 9 series if you want those major camera upgrades and overhauls. The Pixel 9 Pro is set to retain the 50 megapixel Samsung GNK main sensor from the Pixel 8 series, with the specs including an f1.68 aperture and 82-degree field of view. Key upgrades also include the usage of a 50 megapixel Sony IMX858 sensor for the ultra-wide, the telephoto and selfie cameras, a significant enhancement from the previous 10.5 megapixel selfie camera, which does enable face unlock. Additionally, the Pixel camera app is set to support 8K video capture up to 30 frames per second, though it's uncertain which models will feature this capability at this time, but we do expect that to at least be the Pro models. Another big question mark is whether the Pixel 9 series will launch with Android 15 pre-installed. As you may well know, the Android 15 beta, we've been covering this, has practically ended with the Beta 4 release. It's not a large update by any stretch. It continues the tradition of refinements and quality of life features that's basically continued since Android 12 launched back in 2021. The vanilla version though is going to come to the Pixel 6 series and newer devices, so the 7 and the 8 series, and it'll feature things like private space, adaptive vibration, and way more that we've got covered in depth over on our Android beta coverage, all ready to roll and ready to roll out. Where the Pixel 9 might offer some differences in software though is with regard to the suite of AI functions. Rumours suggest that Google AI, as it's been called now, will provide some new features and functions like Pixel screenshots, which will be able to utilize AI search on your device and search those screenshots and pull data and contextual information if you happen to search for it and need it. Another touted feature of Google AI is the Add Me option, and this camera capability is described as being able to make sure everyone's included in a group photo, going beyond best take according to its screenshots. So it could be an add-on or expansion of that, which allows you to adjust subject facial reactions within group shots and add people to those images and make it seamless or make it look like they are included in those photos you've taken. Studio is another new function within the Google AI suite. No other details have been shared on how this might be possible, but we could see some usage of Imagen 2, Video FX, or Veo and Image FX functions applied here to enable the Studio features on Pixel 9 series devices. We're waiting to see if all of these functions will be limited to the Pixel 9 or might even drip feed down to the Pixel 8 and older, as they are AI-powered devices as Google touts them. The final upgrade we're expecting is going to be a brand new fingerprint scanner on these devices, as Google is going to ditch the optical scanner and rely on ultrasonic fingerprint readers for the first time. You may be aware that most of Samsung's best phones have been using these for a long time already, so it should realistically mean more accurate unlocks in a variety of scenarios, even if your finger's wet or you have dirt or whatever it is on your screen. So that's the Pixel 9 that we know so far, at least all of the core specifications, but if you're looking for a phone right now, the current market offers solid options if you need a phone immediately. And one of those is the Pixel 8a. I will say it lacks a bit of the charm you might associate with the A series, and while I would advise most people out there to pick up the regular Pixel 8, I think this device is an excellent choice for those seeking reliability and high performance at an affordable price point. It is priced at $499. It features that 3rd generation Tensor chip, so smooth performance and efficient multitasking are super easy on a mid-ranger like this. It has an especially high quality display as well, and its price point and excellent camera software make it a strong competitor in that sub $500 segment. Throw in the excellent 7-year update promise, instant access to all of the Android betas and all of the Android features you can shake a stick at, and I think it starts to become a really enticing little product. If you literally need a phone right now and can't wait for the Pixel 9, I think you'll be very happy with the Pixel 8a. For any of you though interested in foldable technology, you're probably wondering about the Pixel 9 Pro Fold or the Pixel Fold 2. It could be a particularly enticing product, at least from what we know so far. It should combine more of the high-end Pixel lineup with the dual-use form factor, including a larger 6.29-inch front display and an 8.02-inch inner screen. That was pretty hard for me to say there. Google is ditching the Passport form factor in favour of something a little bit more like the OnePlus Open. In fact, I will say it's eerily similar to that device, at least at first glance. Core specifications will stack up with the Pixel 9 Pro XL pretty closely, including the Tensor G4 processor, 16GB of RAM, 256GB base storage, but it's the camera where things get slightly downgraded. Although we're waiting on information on what main sensor the Pixel 9 Pro Fold is utilising, it's reportedly using a 64MP rated Samsung 3LU ultra-wide camera instead of the old Sony IMX386. The telephoto is going to be using the 10.5MP Samsung 3J1 II. The Sony IMX355 selfie camera is also getting ditched in favour of the 10MP rated Samsung 3K1. So these downgrades over the Pixel 9 series could be due to the limited space on offer with this form factor, but we're sure it will offer exceptional stills and hopefully solid video recording when it officially does become available. We don't know if it's going to support 8K recording, but again, that would be another nice addition. I think for most people, the cost alone is a reason they won't look at the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Foldables may be growing in popularity, but they still don't have a huge market share, and the price really does make it a little bit eye-watering, especially as you can potentially pick up 2 of the smaller version of the Pixel 9 for the price that this is touted at. So why have we made this video, and why do we think we should wait? I think the decision is ultimately up to you, especially as the Pixel 9 series now largely depends on your individual circumstances and needs if you do want to purchase it, especially if you want a Google phone. If your current phone is outdated or malfunctioning, I think the Pixel 8a, as I noted, offers a robust and affordable solution that won't disappoint if you need a phone right now. However, if you can wait for up to a month or so, the Pixel 9 series promises some notable, not massive enhancements that could justify the delay in waiting to purchase. Additionally, the release of these new models may lead to price reductions on existing devices like the Pixel 8, the Pixel 8 Pro, and even the Pixel 8a, might add that one as well. Providing these further savings are worth it to you, it may be worthwhile waiting as well. For those excited about the latest technology, especially in the realm of foldable phones, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold could be worth the wait as well, offering a really big step forward and improvements over the original Google Fold. As for the pricing, this is where things start to get a bit confusing. The leaked European prices for Google's upcoming Pixel 9 series reveal that the regular Pixel 9 will start at €899, the Pixel 9 Pro at €1,099, the Pixel 9 Pro XL at €1,199, and the Pixel 9 Pro Fold at an eye-watering €1,899. So it's going to be depending on what your budget is here as well. You'll obviously get carrier deals and whatnot when these devices are available, but I think even if you have little to no interest in the Pixel 9, it is definitely worth waiting until after Made by Google before you pull the trigger on any device or any other device. We'll learn about these upgrades or what these upgrades are due, plus it has the added benefit. We'll know about pre-order bonuses, they'll be confirmed, and any existing models from other brands, including Samsung, Xiaomi, and others out there, will come down even further in price, especially as fire sales start to take place before that end of year period. Of course, these other brands will also try and combat what Google is offering with their devices, so I think in terms of discounts, it's probably a win-win, and it's something we highly recommend each and every year, especially if you can hold on, wait until later on in the year release cycle, you know exactly what's offered from every device, and you can get your better prices. Obviously, you can just ignore this advice if you want. You're free to do whatever you want after all, but I do want to say thanks to those legends on screen now. Our channel members make all this possible. Thanks for watching though. Hopefully you will learn more when the Pixel 9 series launches. We will have all of the coverage, but I will speak to you later.